Hi, folks. Welcome back. I'm Liz Fagerland with my small business called Olive Branch Studio. I do a lot of watercolor painting. I do other paintings too and other crafts, but watercolor is my jam, I guess you could say. The kids say that. Um, I wanted to do something tonight a little bit different, and that is painting monochromatically, which is painting with one color. It's something I love to do. You don't have to get out a lot of paints. It's something you can do fairly quickly. If you're wanting to paint, don't know what to paint, here's another one of those options. My sister Deb would say, hey, I need those options. Um, and I'm going to have to get her on with me some night painting. She's really good. She's hard on herself, but she's actually really good at what she does. So tonight I want to do some mountains. Here's a bookmark I made for one of my daughter's friends. Purple mountains, purple bird, purple sky, and that is how easy it is. I just use different variations of the color purple, all the same color, just add more water to it. I'm going to show you guys how to do this tonight. Hey, if you're enjoying my videos and what we're doing here at Olive Branch, please like and subscribe us on YouTube. And I hope you guys give this a try tonight or someday. Alrighty guys, here's how we're going to start this. In one of my more recent tutorials, I did the flat wash. So we're going to start doing our background in that flat wash. And tonight I am using my Raphael size 8. It's one of my newer brushes. I'm in love with it. I'm using this Strathmore watercolor travel journal. And I happen to get it off of one of those watercolor swap pages. I love these. They're small, they're lightweight, and they're so handy to use. Okay, so I'm going to start by, I made a pull of that purple color, just like the bookmark that I made, I showed earlier. And I'm just going to do that flat wash all the way down the page. And keeping with the same color, I need some more water though, my brush is dry. And that's something you don't want to do. You don't want to run out of paint or water when you're doing this flat wash because your colors are going to really vary then. Now, when you are doing this with the sky look, one of the things I like to do with the sky is add clouds to it. And if you've watched my cloud video, you've noticed that you can take a paper towel and dab up some of the paint, and you can kind of make those cloud formations really simply. And you don't have to do this. It wouldn't be monochromatic if you did this, but I did it just because I wanted to show you how to throw those clouds in there. There's still a light purple in the background. The next thing I have to do before I go any further to do my mountains is I need to dry this, and I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, I have our flat washes dry. I went ahead and did the upper square too, so we have one with the clouds, one without the clouds. So it's truly monochromatic then. So what I did is I actually switched brushes because my size 12 Neptune actually holds more paint and more water. So you get more, you don't have to keep going back to your paint well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make a real simple mountain shape. And this, you're just going to lay your brush sideways. Don't have to draw it out. Just kind of let the brush do the work there. And you just have those natural shapes that you might see in nature. And you're just going to take and pull that color all the way down to the bottom of the paper. Okay? Again, there's no perfect here because nature isn't going to be like that by any stretch. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this one up here. And then once we're finished with this, we're going to have to dry this layer. And again, if we don't dry each layer, they're just going to blend together and look like this giant blob. Got a lot of water on that mountain. Okay, now the next step, drying. Okay, For our next step, very important, we still have our pan of paint, but we need to add a little bit more paint to our well because we need to have a darker value or darker color. So it's going to stand out a little bit more from the current mountain. And that way we can layer what we're working on here. Okay. And then just swoop it all the way down. And so you can see the two distinctive layers for our mountains there. And then again, all the way to the bottom, trying to keep from having the brush lines if you can. And our next step is to dry these layers and then one more layer after that. Alrighty, our mountains are dry. I'm going to add one more scoop of purple to make it a little bit darker yet for our last round of mountain peaks. And you can put as many, you could go as far as you want with this. You don't have to stop with 2 or 3. You could have gone up higher. These will be your mountains. You make them however you would like. Okay. It can be rough or nifty looking, whatever you want to do. There. So one more time, we're going to dry our mountains. Alrighty, now I am grabbing my size 0 Princeton Aqua League. It's just a tiny little brush, and he's going to give me tiny control so I can make some of these adorable birds. You know, not just any birds, but purple birds. I kind of make that letter M shape out of them. I don't get too crazy with them because they're supposed to be kind of far away. And I use that rule of 3 typically. I don't know, you can make several more. Remember, when you're making birds in pictures, the closer they are, the bigger they're going to be, and the further away they are, you want them to be smaller. And that way you get that visual effect of distance with them. Put one over here. These are just like happy little birds enjoying this purple cloudy day. And there you go. I'm going to dry my little birdies and take the tape off and see how it looks. Okay, there we go. Our finished product. What I like to do in my journal is I always like to write what I've been doing that day. So I'll just write monochromatic because I know how to spell it. Big word. Monochromatic Mountains. And I also like to put the date on what I've been working on. And that way I can always go back and see my progress over time. And I can't believe it's the 11th of March already. And there's our mountains. All right, that is the end of our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed doing the monochromatic mountains, and I hope you give it a try for real. And if you do, let me know about it. Give me some feedback, like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.